Yo, Chicago Bulls show with the Kognac Boyz. Y'all know it's Kognac Boy Bobby, and I'm with my dog, C-Dub. C-Dub, we bringing on Chicago Bulls fans for the newest segment to get his point of view on the Chicago Bulls. My man has lost his damn mind. That's just my personal opinion. But we're going to let y'all see what the hell he got to say.
Cognac. Gang.
So C-Dub, we got a returning guest. I got Big Bro, Kev, you know what I'm saying, from Chopping It Up with Chicago. He gonna be back live next Mondays, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Kev, I said you lost your damn mind for what you text on Facebook. But man,
why you say that, man?
My guy, you got the floor. I ain't got shit to say. Just go.
Man, what's up, y'all, man? You know, game one, my cousin and I, we went out to Milwaukee. It was actually a quick trip to get out there. It's a nice stadium, too, but we went out to game one, and we were feeling pretty confident that we were going to walk away with a victory, but it just didn't happen, man. And then I got some thoughts on why it didn't happen.
Let's hear it.
Oh, let's hear it. What are some of them thoughts? First off, I want to say this. Man, that's great that you went over there to Milwaukee to represent the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, you know.
But I heard what you've been talking on Facebook. You told me we had a little convo. Tell the people what's going on. What you see in the game? How did the game play out to you?
Here's the thing, man. This is the NBA playoffs. You know, it's pretty much win or go home. Every game counts, and there are no moral victories in basketball, not in the playoffs. And from what I've been hearing people say, like, oh, Vucevic played well, or oh, the Bulls played hard and they almost won. And it's like, no, I ain't trying to hear none of that. None of that almost won. When your top three players between Vucevic, Derozan, and Lavine combine to miss 50 shots, that's not a good thing. When Vucevic gets 26 points on 27 shots, that's not a good thing. Or I think he had 24 points on 27 shots. That's not a good thing. Any one of those guys shoot 40% for the game, and the Bulls are walking away winners.
I agree with you somewhat on that, but you gotta understand where we coming from. We grading Vooch on the curve here. Every time Vooch played an opponent with similar or more athletic or physical prowess than him, he always backed down from the competition. In this game that we seen game one, I think that he was very aggressive when he went to the paint. Yes, he shot too many shots. And he was very inefficient. But I love his intensity and his go-get-it attitude in that game. What you say to that, though? What you say to grading him on a curve and appreciating his intensity, playoff intensity, if you will?
Well, yeah, obviously it wasn't all bad. You know, a couple of the threes that he took even bounced in and out. You know what I'm saying? It's just that his intensity was there. I give him the credit for backing down, going down, taking people to the post, doing hook shots, so on and so forth. But I can't forgive him for missing a wide open layup at the end of the game that would have made it a 1-point game with a minute to go. I just can't overlook that. That outshines the fact that he played hard, but the results weren't there. Like, you can play hard all you want, but the results, they're just not there.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a fair analysis. My question for you would be, if it's anything that they did in this game, in game one, that they can take over to game two, that will make it to where to give them a greater chance of stealing one before they go back to the UC, what would it be?
Well, I got a couple of things. Well, one thing that they took over, that they did in game one that they did really well, was play defense. And especially in the second half, like, they started off 9-0, and after that the Bulls pretty much played them even. And of course we got the lead late in the third quarter. So if they take that intensity that they started the second half with into the game two, I think they win game two. They steal game two. Also, they were getting open shots. You just got to hit them or even take them. Patrick Williams passed up on a couple. Jerry Jones Jr. shot some bad ones. Coby White played really well when he was on the floor. We might need to see a little bit more Ayo DeSumo as well. But Stick with what got you here. Don't just get to the playoffs and act like. Don't get to the playoffs and then try to change things up too much because that can hurt you. Put Ayo out there for defense. But go ahead.
Yeah, so what role would you give Ayo? Because we all know he didn't get that many minutes. You know what I'm saying? So what role would you give Ayo so he can get on the floor?
Man, it's hard, right? Because with Caruso being back and Coby White being out there, it's like an offensive punch. It's hard to see where you sit him, put him in. But some of those minutes that Derrick Jones Jr. got could go to. Tristan Thompson shouldn't have been on the floor at all. I don't care what position. He shouldn't have been out there. He shouldn't have been out there. He looked lost. Hold on. He looked lost in game 1.
Damn. That's oh shit. Damn. Okay. I would never thought that, but okay.
Listen, I'm ultra critical. This ain't the regular season, gentlemen. Like, we can't be. I mean, me personally, I'm not passing out no flowers to an L in the playoffs. I mean, like, let's say it was the type of L that the Brooklyn Nets took, where they were going back and forth in the last 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden, you kind of lose at the last second. That's a little bit different. The Bulls were gift wrapped. Like the Bucks were like, here you go. You could take this win if you want it, and they couldn't. DeRozan was broke. Lavine was broke. And their shot selection was terrible. But again, you had a chance to win at the end of the game, even with all those mistakes. And they just couldn't pull it out. And I can't give them credit for that. There are no kudos from me, from Big Bro, for that game, that effort, man. Like, DeMar DeRozan played a career year, and you get to the first game of the playoffs and miss pretty much everything. Everything.
C-Dub, ask your final question, my guy.
So
I got one good for you, Big Bro. I got one good for you.
With that being said, you being ultra critical, I'm gonna call it ultra critical.
Yes, sir.
Of these boys out there on Madison Street over there. What do you think we can bring to game 2? And ultimately, do you think we can get game 2?
Oh, yeah, of course. We can get game 2, bring pace. I feel like before game 1, Donovan pulled his boys to the side and said, control the offense, slow down on the turnovers, no rushing. And you can see it. They weren't pushing the ball. They had opportunities. Zach Lavine had opportunities to streak up the baseline, start the fast break. But they didn't do those things in game 1. And if we had Lonzo Ball, things would be a little bit different. But the Bulls are still young. You go out there and you run on a Brook Lopez. You don't give them an opportunity to get back and set up. If they go out there and try to push that ball, push the pace, you're not going to see a 91-86 game, like we saw in game 1.
For sure. My last question for you is, look, Tristan Thompson challenged Zach Lavine to have a coming out party. 18 points is not a coming out party. What does Zach Lavine have to do to get that 30-piece, fried hard with lemon pepper, with mild sauce, with light ice, my boy?
Yes, sir. With the mystic on the side.
Hey!
My boy Zach looked lost out there on many occasions. It's like he's just running around back and forth. They need to run some actual offensive sets for Zach Lavine. Get him open, set some double screens, help him get his rhythm. Because if anything, that's what Lavine is good at. Once he starts getting in his rhythm, then he can hit the step backs, drives to the basket, so on and so forth. But you're right. If he's going to earn that $200 million that he wants so badly, he's going to have to go out there and put up numbers like, let's say, Anthony Edwards in Minnesota or Ja Morant in Memphis. Like, you got young players that's out here producing. And if Zach Lavine wants to consider himself a top-tier talent in this league, he's going to have to go out there and play not like a number 2, but as a 1A, like or a 1B. If DeRozan's 1A, then Lavine needs to be 1B. It's just like Durant and Kyrie out in Brooklyn. You can't just be taking a back seat and looking at DeRozan and expecting him to bail you out like he did in the regular season. You also can't take the type of shot that you took at the end of the game without down by 3. You got to go to the basket, try to draw a foul or a drive and kick and get an open 3 for somebody else on the squad instead of trying to be the hero and you ain't in rhythm and you taking a step back 3 on a defender. That kind of cost you the game right there. On top of the Vucevic miss too. I can't forgive him for that. I was in the stadium like, you big 6'2"
He should have just dunked the damn ball.
Bruh, a couple of times. It was so irritating, man. Irritating. He finessed.
There you have it.
16?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Big Bro, go ahead and let the people know where they can find you at, man.
Man, I'm Big Bro. Chopping It Up Chicago is my platform that we've built for Chicago. Entrepreneurs, musicians, what have you. You can just go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the different TikToks. Big Bro, Chopping It Up Chicago. You'll see the footage of the game that I went to for game one. But yeah, man, it's always good to see the Kognac Boyz. Hey, also, because I didn't send it, I just want to say congratulations on completing the first season. You guys have done a great job. I'm sending y'all to whoever wanted to subscribe, like, and all of that. Y'all on the right path, man. So appreciate y'all for having me. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, bro.
Appreciate
Many more
you,
to come,
dog.
for real.
Yes,
For
sir.
real. Y'all know Kevin plugged in. Let's get it.
On the real. But hey, go ahead and check out Chopping It Up with Chicago with Kev, aka Big Bro, holding it down for all the people. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and steal game 2, baby.
Yes, sir. Let's get game 2.
Cognac. Gang.